Hello everyone. Today we're going to do a reading for the collective or whoever this resonates with for the month of July 2020. And while I'm shuffling the cards, I just want to clarify certain things about how I think tarot readings work and how they should be interpreted, and why honestly the sign and the time doesn't really matter because of this. I have this habit of flipping a coin when I need to make a big decision in my life, because I am the type of person who overthinks and overanalyzes everything. Moon and rising in Virgo. And so I know that when I have put in a lot of effort and a lot of thought into something, the thought has been put in, the work has been put in, and I see both sides of the situation, or all 5 sides of the situation if that's the case, and I still don't know. And I flip a coin. And when I flip a coin, while the coin is in the air, whichever side I'm thinking about, please be it heads. Please be it heads. That's the one that I want. Or when it lands on tails, let's say, and I say, oh, I didn't want it to be tails. Well, there you go. Now you know the answer. And now at least you know where your heart is regarding that situation. You know where your true desire is in that situation. And that should give you extra clarity about whatever situation you're dealing with. So that's one point. The second point is that we tend to hear and see what we want to hear and what we want to see. And I also believe that we tend to hear and see what we need to hear and see. Therefore, when you're watching a tarot reading, obviously, a couple of cards cannot give you the truth. The cards is not the truth. The tarot is not the truth. The truth is within you. And whatever this brings out in you, whatever truth comes up, or even if you're rejecting it, even if I'm saying something and you say, that doesn't resonate with me, that's completely not where I am, there you go, you're welcome. Extra clarity, right? At least you know that that's not you. So I believe that there are certain signs in the world and the universe, and whatever energies are out there are guiding us towards something that is supposed to be better for our soul, better for our maturity, whatever lessons that our soul needs to learn, and whatever path that we need to take. And I feel that tarot opens up our imagination. Tarot opens up the way we perceive what's happening in that situation, because you usually watch tarot readings or you do tarot because you want to get some answers, you want to get some clarity, you want to get some knowledge, be it about past, present, or future. And the trick, and I think the secret there, is that the knowledge is within you. That's it. The knowledge is already within you, and you just need certain sparks, I guess, to bring that out and make you see your own truth, make you see your own path. And that's what I'm here to do, I guess, for whoever this video create some kind of new thought, new idea. Awaken some part of you. It's not going to be me. It's not going to be the cards. It's you. But the cards were used as a tool. Okay. This fell on my lap. So, about this deck. This deck is good tarot, right? And it's so ironic that when I bought it, I didn't really pay attention that this was the good tarot. And then when I was doing tarot readings, I was saying, every card is good. What does it mean? Well, yeah, this sounds like a fortune cookie, and for somebody who may not be in the best mood right now, this may not sound so great for me to say, but everything in the end is good. Even if something seems bad, in the end, there is at least a lesson to be learned, which by default is good because you learned something and you leveled up, and that lesson is now over. So you don't have to do it again probably if you pass that lesson with flying colors. Okay, so this deck is good because it tells you that there is good. There is good, and we just need to see it sometimes. And what I like about this deck is that the book that it comes with and some of the definitions and explanations, they're not exactly what I would say for each one of these cards. And I like to, first of all, say how I interpret the card, and then I like to open the book and read whatever it says there, because for whatever reason, they're really inspiring little paragraphs about each card, and I think it's worthwhile to read them. So let's just go over and see what I got here. So I got the Moon, I got the Tower, and I got Four of Air or Four of Swords. Okay, that's the top part. The way I do these readings are very random. The arrangement of cards. Let me just move this around. Probably you won't be able to see it. I'll try to have a better setup some other time, but they're very random. I don't really go by a specific pattern, and I don't have specific number of cards, and sometimes I allow the cards to fall and sometimes I don't. And again, because I'm not like proving anything to anybody, I don't really have to show you all the cards. If you don't trust my voice or whatever tells you that I'm not trustworthy to listen to, don't listen to me. Maybe that's your sign. So yeah. Next card is the Magician. The next card is the Chariot. After which we have King of Earth, King of Pentacles, and then the final row I have 8 of Water, 3 of Water, and 2 of Pentacles, and 2 of Earth. And the overall energy for this reading is the Call. Okay, Call. Judgment. So a little background of what is happening right now. Astrologically, it is a shit show. It's just one of those times where everything comes up and you're being poked in the areas that hurt the most and that trigger you the most, and then you may be feeling tired and sleepy, and that's Neptune. And you may be feeling like you are just learning all your life lessons in this past few weeks or months for some of you, and that's exactly what's happening. This is the time for lessons that may not be so pleasant, but we have to go through them. And this is the time for digging up things, rolling up our sleeves, getting those flashlights out and just seeing what's in there and doing the work to clean it up. And it's not a quick process, and it's not a painless process. It is quite difficult. But let's just get through the reading. So that's the background, okay? That's the background. It is going to be good we're gonna get through it as a collective and as individuals, but it's not gonna be easy ride, walk in the park. It is gonna be quite difficult, and we need to be grounded to just go through it in a way that's not so damaging to our outside physical world, because lots of stuff is going to be happening on the inside, but we want to make sure that the way we go through those things, we're not damaging everything outside, which is jobs and relationships and family and our responsibilities. Okay, so the first row of things is the moon, the tower, and four of air, which is four of swords. Okay, so the moon is obviously our subconscious, our hidden desires for me. And then at the same time, moon is sometimes, for some people who resonate with this, is illumination of those old hidden desires. May not be even old, maybe new. The moon is mother, right? Moon is also fertility because it regulates menstrual cycles. Moon is internal. Moon is emotional. And that's what we are asked to do during this time, is to really go within and identify and understand and come to terms with what is in our subconscious. You can see that in this picture, this moon has eyes closed. And today I came across something. I was looking for a book by Carl Jung, who's a psychologist, and a couple of things kept coming up about dreams and dream interpretations, and he was into that stuff. But that is right. In our dreams, in our subconscious, there are things that are there that they're not always our truest desires. I want to make sure that I am clear about that, because if you know about psychology, there may be some stuff in subconscious that you absolutely don't identify with and don't want to have anything to do with that. But that's exactly where you need to look. You need to look if there is something in the subconscious that, even if you don't want to identify with that with your conscious mind, why is it still there? And why don't you want to identify with it and make peace with it? Because the next card that comes is the Tower. And then after that, following is four of air. For me, it's four of air is just resting and recalibrating. And that is exactly what needs to happen. That the Tower, which is sometimes perceived as something bad or destruction, Tower is change that needs to happen. And what happens, one of the ways that I interpret the Tower is very tall, but when it breaks down, it comes down to the ground, right? And during this time, coming closer to the ground and getting grounded and bringing down things that are not serving us anymore, or maybe were never serving us at any time, they need to be brought down and something else needs to be built up. Not another tower, maybe not another unstable structure that just aims to be high and tall and tall and tall. It may be a little house, a little shack, but that may be stable. That may be something that's what you needed. You may not have needed this huge tower. You didn't need a castle. Maybe you just needed a small, stable home. However that you interpret that sentence, that's up to you. But there are things underneath the surface that when we close our eyes and when we tap into the subconscious bit through certain meditation techniques or hypnosis or dreams or even doing a lot of work, those things need to be identified. They need to be looked at, and you need to make peace with them. And by making peace, you're going to put certain things to rest and bring things down, ground them, and rebuild whatever works for you. And that's essentially what we're going through as individuals and as a collective. After that, you get Four of Air, which to me is the card of, after all the journey, after the wars that we've been through, I'm gonna rest. I'm gonna recalibrate. Let's read what the book has to say about Four of Air. I'm not gonna read for every one of the cards. Maybe for the moon. Maybe I'll read for the moon. Okay, so Four of Air. Healing, meditation, rest, recuperation. It's time to rest my mind and allow peace to take the place of busyness or boredom. The mind needs quiet to think and find clarity. If I allow my mind to rest, I will have greater clarity and my mind will be sharper. This is the time for a break. I need to take care of myself. Yeah, so this is what the book says. But I just want to say one more time that I don't interpret the first two cards and the current situation, and especially the call as the overlying energy, as that we're going to be resting anytime soon. This is the result. This is the result. This is the path between when you're sleeping and unaware, okay? And then you need to freaking wake up and get to work and break things that need to be broken and rebuild whatever needs to be rebuilt and go through this tower process and stop being in the dreamland and stop letting your subconscious run everything. And then you're going to get to the point where you can rest. We're not there yet. We're not there at all. As a community, as the world, as the collective, as individuals, this is no time to rest. This is time to work. But I really want to say one more thing though. I'm not saying work frantically. I'm not saying work like a crazy person. I'm saying roll up your sleeves and get to work. It's going to take time, but you have to do it. And if you're not going to do it by choice, you are going to be pushed by the universe and by the planets to do it. And it's going to feel more uncomfortable when you're being pushed instead of you trying to do it yourself. So those are the upper three cards. Then we go to the Magician. Magician, Chariot, King of Earth. Right. This is what you're working for. This is what you want to be. This is where you are. Not now, but this is your inner core, most authentic, beautiful self, which is somebody who can manifest whatever they want because they are the masters of all the elements within them, which is masters of their emotion, masters of their passion, masters of their practicality, their mind, their past and their future. That's the Magician. We're not there yet though. We're not there. But it's in us. See, I'm not saying it correctly. We are it, but we don't manifest it yet. If we don't go through the process of understanding what's within, what's hidden, what serves us and what doesn't. After the Magician, of course, you get the Chariot. The change that we need to make. The Chariot is right under the Tower, and then you right under that you get Three of Water, which is rejoicing, which is happiness, celebration. The next card is King of Earth, King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is somebody who is grounded, who has come a long way and who is aware of his past, his presence, and his future. King of Pentacles is I'm looking at this card and he looks like a tree. And tree stands on his roots. Tree relies on his roots. And tree is between the sky and the earth. The tree is between the world of fantasy and dreams and also the reality. And this king doesn't reject either, doesn't reject fantasy for the sake of practicality and doesn't reject practicality for the sake of the fantasy. The king stands tall with his entrails. Is that what it's called? I think. English is my second language, so bear with me there. And then the roots. And don't these look like roots, the entrails of the deer? And then on that he has mushrooms growing, I think. Yeah. And you have this chariot in the middle of the magician and king of earth. And it is so cool because for me, magician is very much magical, right? Very much, even though the magician is the ruler of all elements, to me, magician is very magical, very wish fulfillment-y kind of energy. And to me, king of earth is very much grounded, stable, practical energy. And then there's a chariot between them. And I'm not saying that one changes into another, but the change needs to happen to balance out the magical fantasy subconscious world with the practical world. It's the balance between the past and the future. It's the balance between the sky and the earth. And that is what we're asked to do, astrologically and otherwise, in this time, to find balance between all of those things by working hard on it, though, and by breaking some stuff down. But needs to happen. And also, please look that these men are very old, wise men, and there's young energy right between them. Something new way of thinking, new way of taking what's within us and breaking down what's not good anymore, and again, or something that was never good, and recognizing it, and then bringing the new change into our life to achieve the balance between these two energies of a magician, sorry about the glare, and the grounded King of Pentacles. Okay, I'm going to read about the King of Pentacles to you. I want to know what they say here. King of Earth. Okay. So, I have trust and faith in the invisible and know it will manifest in the realm of form the way I need to in real life. Opportunity can be found anywhere and everywhere because I am competent and committed. I am ready for abundance to manifest now in the world of conditions in a form that is aligned with my highest good. What did I say? World of conditions aligned with the highest good. Balance. I manifest all that I desire, consciously aware of the need to stay focused and grounded in the everyday work required. Exactly what I said. Right? Okay. And this is the center line. Then we have 8 of water, 8 of cups. We have 3 of cups, 3 of water, and Two of Earth. Nothing new that I haven't said already in the reading. Eight of Water to me is in the original tarot when the guy is missing that one cup and is going out to get it. When we are seeing what we're missing and we're trying to get it. I'm not sure if this guy is waiting for this ship to come in. I think he is. But he still has his back turned. And the balance that needs to be achieved, and the balance, the Two of Pentacles, right? The card of balance. It can be card of choices too if you're faced with some choices. But the balance that needs to be achieved is that when the guy goes out to find the 8th cup that was missing, the cup that's missing, he should still take care of the 7 cups that are standing and that are present. And he should, because he has in this picture the chest full of gems here, and he's still looking at this ship that's gonna come in. And that's another thing that's common for all of us, I think, as a community, of not looking at what we already have and still looking at what we don't have. And so all of this reading that I'm doing right now is more about looking back and trying to find stuff in our old chests, the chest of gems and also chest where our heart lies, and try to find what's there first instead of trying to look all the way at this ship, which is good. I'm not saying don't look at the ship. I'm not saying don't grow. 8 of Cups is not 10 of Cups, but we need to find balance there between looking forward and looking back, being magical and being grounded. Okay. After that, you have 3 of Cups, which is celebration, which is reconciliation. And reconciliation, again, this is not a relationship read. Reconciliation with what? Reconciliation with your old, true, beautiful sense that was the spark that made you conscious in this lifetime, in this space and time that we call present, which is also a gift, right? Present. What I'm trying to say, very abstractly, I guess, is that this time, astrologically, is the time where we go back to our roots, our core spark. I was doing this meditation for solstice the last Saturday, and they took us back to, they said, think about when you were 30, think about when you're 15. Actually, that was on Astrology Hub. So on YouTube, find Astrology Hub, and yeah, they have that solstice meditation there. Do it. It's transformative. I cried for 20 minutes during the meditation. It was beautiful. But they said, think about when you're 30, think about when you're 16, then when you're 6, then when you're 1, when you're in your mother's womb, and then even before that, when you're a star at the beginning of the universe, right? At the beginning, that your universe, not the entire universe, or maybe you want to go there, I don't know, wherever this takes you, but that little star, that little energy, that spark, then that was you. And then you changed that energy into whatever form, and you went into your physical form in the cells of your mother's womb, and then you made your body, and then you were born. That energy is the balanced energy. That energy is the good energy. That energy is the core energy and our purpose and why we're here, to bring that good energy into this reality. And the reconciliation is with that. The main relationship is with you. The main realization is within you, not on YouTube. YouTube is a tool, not with some cards. This is just paper. These are tools. These are sparks. It's within you. And that's where you get the reconciliation. Final card. Two of Pentacles. Balance. Balance. Nothing more needs to be said about that. Call. We can talk a lot about the call, which is the main theme of the reading, right? But I'm going to read what the book says. Purpose and true prosperity. I have everything I need right now to move forward with purpose. I'm being called into a deeper and more authentic relationship with myself, with my higher power, and with others. Reconciliation, right? I'm here for a reason. I'm required to step forward into my true self, expressing that through my actions. I need to trust that my life has a purpose, that I'm enough, and that within me is a divine blueprint that has meaning for myself and others. What did I just say? That divine purpose is the star that meditation took us to. The star that was pure you. And that, to me, it was just like exuding this light. And then we get born and lots of things happen. We get lost. Things need to come down. Things need to come back to the roots, to the ground, and rebuild from there. And then achieve that power that is within us, which is the magician. That manifests whatever the hell they want. Okay. Underneath the call, there's 10 of Pentacles. There's Empress. I mean, yeah. Okay. Let's do... It's 32 minutes so far into the reading. Gonna get one card for each one of these cards. And just get that extra triggers for some of you. But this is a collective. This is a collective. And we are all connected. Whatever you're experiencing, my soul probably has experienced it, is experiencing it, or will experience it. Same coursework. We're in this university together. Maybe not together right this second, but at some point. Okay. Okay, let's get one for each. It is hard. And you gotta be brave. I found out something through my therapy yesterday that, without going into much detail right this second, I have found that there was apparently some pain in my childhood that I didn't feel back then. I honestly don't remember. And I know from my mother that apparently it felt really bad. I was visibly upset. But I don't remember it. I don't remember the upset at all. And I'm the person who remembers everything about my childhood. My friend the other day asked me, when did you start having memories? And I said I started having memories way early, and I remember everything. But then that one little, there wasn't little though, but that event, I remember the event. I remember the event very well. Okay, I remember that event very well, but I don't remember the feeling. I don't remember the feeling, and I don't remember the first couple of months after that event. It wasn't that traumatic event. I'm not like hiding something big. It's just I'm uncomfortable sharing that right now. It wasn't abuse or any major thing. Um, and the reason that I don't know why I have to minimize it to you right now. I feel like that's the point. See, it was traumatic for me, but I want to justify that. Oh, it wasn't that big of a deal. It was something small. But see, I experienced it, and for me it was big, and it has apparently been so big that my conscious put it in the subconscious, and I don't remember it. I truly don't remember it. But see, I felt like I had to justify it. That is, oh, it wasn't that big of a deal. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the subconscious. And that thought doesn't serve me anymore, to say that it wasn't a big deal, it was nothing, and I'm just going to put it under the rugs and sweep it under the rugs so I don't see it, out of sight, out of mind. It doesn't work that way. We need to go back and say, well, no, actually, that was pretty bad. That was pretty fucked up, and I felt it, and it was painful. Apparently, it was so painful that I don't remember the pain. And now things are coming up, and I need to go back and see it. So take it however it resonates. All right, how did we clarify the cards? The moon was with the emperor. Okay. The emperor is a lot of things, but to me, in this alignment, I'm going to interpret it as stubborn. I'm going to interpret it as stubborn and not looking at what's under there. That's how I look at it. Stubborn and not looking what's under there. The Tower is with King of Cups. King of Cups is all about emotions. It's all about emotional maturity. And I think that this is what it asks us to do. Because when you stop being stubborn and look at what's there and respect what's there, look at what's there, make peace with what's there, and then if you don't like it, bring it down. That is emotional maturity. That is emotional maturity. Four of Air with Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is harvesting what you put in. And I said, we are not there yet. We are not resting right now. We shouldn't be resting. And we shouldn't be harvesting anything right now because we first need to plant some stuff. And once we do, we're going to be in this space of resting, recalibrating, and harvesting our beautiful fruits of whatever we are going to manifest. Knight of Pentacles is with the Magician. I told you it wasn't going to be a speedy process. I wanted to say it's a Knight of Pentacle kind of energy, but I didn't say that. But it is Knight of Pentacle kind of energy. You got nowhere to be right now but with yourself. With yourself. You gotta be with yourself. You gotta take that time, and it's gonna be slow, but you're gonna get there. Chariot with Three of Cups right above the Three of Cups, so doesn't need to be really clarified there. I'm reading that as reconciliation with yourself and also collaborating with others. I'm sorry I didn't say that before, but I had that thought, but I didn't say that. It's collaborating with others. What have I been saying? This is a collective energy. This is all of us, and we gotta find that truth that it's not all about us. It is so not all about us. It is about all of us together as a collective. It's not only about each one of us. It never was. That star, whatever was your spiking energy, was part of a lot of stars, and that star was not alone. And even in the universe, there are forces between structures in the sky, in the space. There's gravity between things, and there's just not one particular thing that's alone and not connected with other things. Even the black hole, which is the black holes, which are unknown things, they are still connecting things together. They're still part of this. Even if it's unknown, it's still part of us. opening card, the moon. Even if I don't remember what happened, no, again, I remember what happened, but even if I don't remember the feelings and the process of that thing, it's still mine. It shouldn't be a black hole. It may be a black hole right now, but it shouldn't be. Okay, King of Earth with King of Swords. King of Swords is truthful, smart, thoughtful. Sword is air, right? King is earth. What did I say? I said this King of Earth, it looks like a tree, and the tree is between the ground and the sky. Being grounded and also being in your world of thoughts and imagination and fantasy. And that's what I'm saying. Like this middle row of things is just what we want to be. This is where we want to be. And this is that balance between the dreams and the reality, the sky and the earth. Okay? We have Queen of Wands and Eight of Water. Queen of Wands is passion and new creative things. And when I was describing this card, I said, okay, that's good. The new things is good. Passion is good. Look for more things. But first of all, take care of whatever you have. I don't believe that we are there yet. We are going to move into the era of Aquarius, which is all about community and all of us being together. But before we get on that ship to go to somewhere, some other world where grass is greener, just gotta take care of whatever we're leaving behind. We gotta clean up that past. We gotta clean up that subconscious. We gotta break down things that don't serve us. We gotta find that balance, and that's a lot of work. It's a lot of slow work. It's not fiery, passionate, creative time yet. It is though. I want to say it very clearly. You will get these creative ideas now. And for some of us, this is the time of, okay, like I'm putting things to rest and now I'm ready to go and explore some new things. That's great, but just slow down a little bit. Slow down a little bit and make sure that when you go to a new adventure, you're not building towers of sand that eventually are going to come down again because it wasn't built on a good structure. And the good structure is the roots, the ground on which this tower needs to stand. And the ground on which the tower needs to stand needs to be stable, needs to be the weeds and the rocks and the things that are making it not fertile needs to be cleared out. So then something good can be put on it and it can be stable. And that will not happen if you don't look back to your roots. The ground is the roots. This King of Earth is the roots, the pentacle, the earth, right? So you need to roll up your sleeves, get to work, clean up that ground, bring this thing down that doesn't serve you. Maybe one thing or 5 things in your reality. I don't know. Look at the stuff that you haven't looked at before. Look at your subconscious. And then with that much clarity and emotional maturity, you and being grounded and being able to manifest things, then you can allow that inner Queen of Wands to shine and give you all these creative ideas and push you to those new waters, new adventures, which is great. This is why we're here, but put some work in it. 3 of Cups with 7 of Swords. Coming together with yourself and making sure that the things that you never looked at, things that you were secretive about, things that you hid from yourself, that you put those to rest. And then you reconcile with yourself. Okay? And then Two of Pentacles with the Devil. I don't need to clarify this. The devil is, again, the toxic, old templates, thoughts, experiences that don't serve you anymore. It is the devil energy to have this much burden from your past and from within you that just don't bring you joy and calm and balance and happiness, and it doesn't allow you to look at yourself for truly for who you are and reconcile with yourself from the original self back in those stars where you are truly the good essence of yourself. This needs to come down. It does. That's that. That is all I have for you. Take it however it resonates. I hope it does. And spread this energy to other people. Not my energy. Whatever this creates in you, spread it to other people, because this journey is not solo journey. This is community journey. This is all of us, collective. Reconciliation. That's all I have for you. Have a great day. Spend some time thinking about yourself, thinking about your true self, and send positivity to others around you.